Peace, it's Mo from Clever Chrono. Here are a few things that I learned this week in the world of watches. The family-owned British micro-brand Fears recently released a new series of upgraded models of its popular watch, the Redcliff. The new variations are officially called the Redcliff 39.5 date and come in cherry red, pewter gray, and a green boutique edition. They also have a limited edition piece with a beautiful onyx dial. The Redcliff 39.5 date is a step up from its 38mm predecessor, has a 47mm lug-to-lug width, and comes in at 9.95mm thick. I've been checking for Fears for a little while now, and I really like this piece. It feels very reminiscent of the Rolex Oyster Perpetual to me, and the bracelet is given Grand Seiko vibes as well. Teddy Baldassarre, one of the GOATs of the YouTube watch community, recently announced the opening of his first brick and mortar.
Years ago, with no expectations, I decided to post a single video on YouTube sharing my passion for watches. This journey has been surreal, having now been on camera thousands of times and traveling the world to create videos about all elements of watchmaking. Along the way, we have been fortunate enough to earn the business of more than 30,000 clients while representing over 40 leading watch brands. But there was one thing missing in creating the community and experience that I always dreamed of. This is the journey of opening a luxury watch boutique.
I'm a big fan of Teddy's. I learned so much from him when I dove down the rabbit hole that is horology, and I'm super excited to have the chance to check out his store one of these days. Teddy's new boutique is going to feature some of our favorite brands, including Breitling, Grand Seiko, Casuta Original, and Omega. I love how he maximized the size of the space that he has to work with, and I think that it's really cool that he's going to give people the opportunity to try on in store some of their favorite watches from his website. Congratulations, Teddy. Wishing you the best of luck, and thanks for inspiring us all. A luxury consignment store in SoHo, New York City called Rebag was recently robbed of $250,000 in bags and watches.
Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate live with the very latest. Phil, what can you tell us about this theft?
Yeah, well, just disturbing news as police tell us of another high-end robbery. This one happened just last week at this Rebag store just right behind me. These thieves were tactful and they got away with a whole lot. Hermes handbags to jewelry ranging from $3,000 to $27,000 worth per item. Now, let's get a good look of those two suspects that police are searching for right now and want you to keep your eyes open for. Now, they were last spotted near Fresh Pond Road and 60 Road in Queens after committing those alleged crimes.
While New York City has always had its issues with crime and robbery, the recent spate of broad daylight robberies, especially in Manhattan, is kind of startling. Frederique Constant recently announced the release of a new Slimline Moonphase date. Typically known for their more elegant designs, this piece is infused with a little fun. In addition to its weirdly placed applied indices, the name of Frederique Constant, as well as its numbers around the Moonphase complication, all appear to be hand-drawn. This piece is 42mm in diameter, 11.3mm thick, and comes with an in-house caliber. There are only going to be 100 of these pieces in production, so if you're digging this watch, you better get your hands on it sooner than not. Perhaps one of the biggest surprises this week was the announcement from Andrew Morgan that he'd be leaving the company and YouTube channel that he helped make so iconic, Watchfinder.
So I quit Watchfinder. Yeah, things are getting real. I want to take a minute to explain why.
As a fan of the brand, I look forward to seeing what they come with next, but we know it's not going to be quite the same without Andrew. On March 4th, Hodinkie's Malika Crawford is hosting a lecture on the intersection of horology and fashion in partnership with the Horological Society of New York. This lecture is going to take place at the General Society Library in Midtown Manhattan, so if you happen to be in New York at the time, I highly recommend that you check it out. I was a big fan of Malika's Paris episode of Watches in the Wild, and I wish I was in town to be able to make this event. If any of these stories stood out to you, please let me know in the comments. And if you have any news to share, please don't hesitate to share those in the comments as well. Till next time.